Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations.
Guys, it is me, Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is yet another night in the month dedicated to growth to nowhere. We are taking a look at a very interesting, very American topic, happy families. Let's get into it. That and much more tonight on Explorations. Namaste, everybody. How is everybody doing, vibing, and tell me about it right now in chat, because I am over the moon to be with you. It's me, Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, maybe even the world. Yeah, I think the world too. The most effective personal power program in the world, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Every time I hit start streaming and we start dialing in, using that program to transform our lives, is yet another night that we use this program to explore the universe, both inside and out, to unlock and unleash the power that courses through our veins right now as we speak to each other. It's wonderful to be with you. Like I said, it is a gift for me to be able to sit in front of you right now, make eye contact with you through the screen, really pull you in, and you pull me in. That's the thing, is that this is a two-way street, ladies and gentlemen. I, of course, I have through my experience and through my training, I have sort of stumbled, in a spiritual sense, stumbled upon the most life-transforming tools that the universe could. It is universal. It is fundamental to this universe. That is how important and profound these tools are, and that's how much I can. That's why I'm so confident when I say that I can guarantee a ground-up life transformation. I'm talking about more money in the bank account. I'm talking about better relationships. I'm talking about a renewed vigor. I'm talking about that renewed passion for your interests and the people and things in your life. This is what the reason I'm so confident in that is because this is a universal thing that we're talking about. We are talking on the fabric of space-time and what's underneath that. that is what and more on that in a little bit, because tonight we are talking about happy families. I know, you see that on the screen, and Lord knows, a lot of you are thinking, oh yeah, I have a pretty happy family, or other side of the coin, maybe you didn't have such a happy family growing up. I can think of several people who I've talked to in this chat, in this community, who have very vulnerably, very bravely shared with me some really heartbreaking stories about some family life growing up, or maybe that you even find yourself in right now, that were not so happy and sometimes downright abusive. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know, even though you see the word happy families on the screen tonight, I want you to know that whether you had a happy family, whether you had a not so happy family, I'm telling you right now, what we are going to share with you is going to change your life. Is going to change your life. We are going to rethink that happy family. We are going to take a look at that. We are going to square ourselves against the very act of being in order to tug on the threads, and I can then give you the tools by which to transform that life. How's that sound? How does that sound, chat? Namaste. How are you all doing? Jen has the happiest family. I hope Jen calls in it. We are all one big happy family, says Nindy. It can feel like that sometimes. It can certainly feel like that sometimes, can it? It can certainly feel like we're all just one big happy family having, just having a family night every single time we stream, huh? Every single time we get together, it might feel like that. It might feel like, we're just getting get a bowl of popcorn and maybe some pigs in a blanket, and dads and mom and dad but they start getting fucked up, but they're in that wheelhouse zone, right, where they're nice. It lasts for about, depending on the cycles, both small and large, in their alcoholism and substance abuse, it can feel normal for that window where they're just like kind of funny, and they look at you with a warmth that is there somewhere, and for a moment you can reach out and grab it, but it's about to fly away, because in anywhere between another 15 and 20 minutes, it's back to the same old, distant, neglectful, or sometimes physically, sexually, or emotionally abusive. And that's the other side of the coin. Because some of you all, I know you've had happy families. I've heard all about it. I love hearing about it. I love hearing about the trips, the nice houses, the bountiful Christmases and other holidays. Fun 4th of July. Namaste to you. It's great to be with you guys. Like I said, it's me, Leslie, of course, and we're here to get into happy families. And my spiel about that in just a moment. But first, let's check in. Let's check in with each other, because, it's been about 48 hours since we've been able to sit with each other, and a lot can change in that period of time. A lot can change in 48 hours. So let's square it up. How are we? And don't play games with me. I know when you're not telling the truth. I know when you're fibbing, when you're not being 100% honest with me, okay? And I want to hear the straight talk express. I want to get the straight guff. I don't want to even play any games, all right? This isn't Crossfire. This isn't Don't Break the Ice. This isn't Candyland. This isn't Mall Madness. This isn't Canasta. This isn't those things. This is exploration. So you tell me, how are we? I'm 9/11, says Frem. Good to hear. So that's just kind of plain abstract, because when I think of 9/11, that's not necessarily a descriptor, but then I think of that fateful day in which the two towers came down, thousands of people losing their lives, innocent people. I remember turning on the TV as a teenager and seeing people leaping to their death, committing suicide that day, and just imagine what it was like to be in that building. And then I imagine all those feelings that I experienced. And then I imagine, those feelings of being applied to one of you all. And holy moly. Holy moly, thanks, Fram. Namaste. TBH, a 3.5 out of what, Cherish? What are we talking about? 3.5 out of what? Give me a scale, hon. Give me a scale, hon. Pepperoncini resubbing. Oh my goodness gracious. Holy moly. Explore convicted public masturbator. He has jacked off in public. So to confirm any subscriptions floating around, any suspicions floating around. My top 5 board game, Imperial Assault, Dune Imperium, War of the Ring, Star Trek Ascendiary, and Puerto Rico. I don't know what any of those are. I'll be honest with you. I'm open to learning, but I have no idea what you're talking about. Is Dune Imperium fun? Because I'm going to be honest, guys, I have gotten into the Dune movies. Have you seen these things? Holy moly! Putting the Buster back in Blockbuster, ladies and gentlemen. We have arrived with a new director and a new Hollywood cast ensemble, really with a vision, coming together and bringing a world to life that have defied the greatest directorial minds, of multiple generations. And so, in Denis Villeneuve, I believe his name is. Holy moly! And guys, you can't go wrong with a Timothée Chalamet vehicle. You can't go wrong with a Timothée Chalamet vehicle, who recently passed away. R.I.P. to Timothée Chalamet. I've got some direct connections to his social circle, and he died of an overdose. It was just energy drinks, though. He's a big energy drink guy. I think it was a combination of the niacin and just good old vitamin B6. Took him for a ride through the cosmos, and ultimately laid him very softly onto the ground for a forever sleep. So R.I.P. Timothée Chalamet tonight. Namaste. We're gonna be thinking about you all night tonight. Moment of silence for Timothée Chalamet a little bit later. Lynch's Dune, case closed. Interesting. I'd love to hear you expand on that, old shinobi. Can we rally around Bulbous Peanuts and make them feel safe and welcome? So they call it Bulbous, brother. Listen, if you don't call in tonight, it's free. All right, it's free to call in. The most effective personal power program in the world is free to call in when we are live. So please do not hesitate. Namaste. That explains the beige outfit. Yeah, well, this is my summer. This is my kind of summer cash. It's like this is a leisurely jacket. It's a little different. It's a little longer, a little bit different fabric, wider lapel, and these kind of casual pockets. I don't know if you can see the pockets, but let's get a look at these pockets. Get a look at that pocket, right? It's on the outside. It's a different stitch. And look down here, same thing. Lots of room in the pockets. And it's a different thing in the summer. It's a different thing. Namaste. Thank you so much, Cherish. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, sweetheart. That's tremendous coming from you. I really appreciate that. Let everybody know that. I appreciate that from Cherish85 right now. Namaste to you, Cherish. Good to see you. Hopefully you call in tonight, too. Hopefully you give us a ring. We know a little bit about your family over the years here at Explorations. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we could sit here and jujube all night. We could sit here and just chew the fat with each other all night. And Lord knows, maybe we should have a night where we just do that, right? But not tonight. There's too much to do. Too many incendiary, life-transforming tools to give you tonight through our theme, Happy Families. But before we do that, before we jump into the theme and open up the line, ladies and gentlemen, I, in fact, have a couple announcements. Now, as you know, those of you that were here just a couple days ago, you understand that tonight is another night in the month of Growth to Nowhere. Guys, this whole month we are celebrating Growth to Nowhere 2025. Now, this is a very exciting month. We did this last year. This is the second annual. And so, oh my goodness gracious, communal vision from Fram. Thanks so much, Fram. So Fran, the first time I called in, I tattled on Sheen, who was bullying me at the time, and someone termed me after like 10 seconds. You can't do worse than that. Call in tonight and grow closer to nowhere. Now that's beautiful. That is absolutely, oh my goodness. Toot toot. It's time, guys. It's time to dial in that energy before we do anything else tonight, guys. We have been gifted by Twitch.tv with a sort of a train of sorts. You may call it on Twitch.tv, Twitch.tv, you might call this a hype train or a treasure train as it appears above your chat. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we call it a little something called Jazz Express. A time to get in touch with the body, a time to get in touch with the mind and the intersection. Let's remember, we are a mind and body. namaste. It's time to tickle it out. Sometimes you got to tickle it out. The universe, it gets stingy. And when it's stingy and when the universe is shy, ladies and gentlemen, if we have any jazz, do we have any jazz musicians in the chat right now? If we got some jazz musicians, you understand what I'm talking about. Sometimes that universe is shy, right? Bashful. Sometimes the vibrations from the universe are bashful, and you can't go running in there like a bull in a china shop. You got to tickle it out. You got to tickle it out. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much to Fran for setting this off for everyone tonight. Fram, guys, if you are enjoying the Jazz Express tonight, go ahead and give a namaste directly to moderator Fram, his communal vision, encouraging someone to call in, setting it off for us tonight. Namaste. Namaste to all of you. Namaste, Poor. Thank you so much for those single bits. Pepperoncini single bit. Namaste. Ooh, yes. Ooh, yes. Every single time. You guys, listen. You might be wondering, oh, I'd love for this jazz to keep going, but I just don't have any money. First of all, you should feel bad about that. First of all, a lot of streamers will come on here and say, listen, hey, don't worry about it. We're just here to have fun. A lot of streamers might say that. We're just here to have fun. Don't worry about donating bits. You shouldn't feel bad about being poor. Ladies and gentlemen, I would never say that to you. I will never say that to you. Being poor does and should feel bad. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are poor and not depressed, there's something wrong. If you go into a therapist's office and you're poor and they're like, don't worry, we're going to get you fixed up, and it doesn't involve giving you a plan, developing a plan to make you not poor, ladies and gentlemen, that therapist is basically molesting you. That's right. That's right. I said it. It's brave that I said it. You clip that and send it to your therapist and tell them, give them a piece of my mind for me, all right? Tell them that somebody's standing up for you. Somebody sees you as a poor, depressed piece of shit and understands that and is acknowledging that. It's called attunement, ladies and gentlemen. The entire psychoanalytic process is worthless without it, without the attunement, the basic building blocks of our universe, ladies and gentlemen. And when I see you, I see something poor, and I see someone poor, and I see someone miserable, I see someone depressed, I see someone hopeless, I see someone on their last thread. And I would never tell you otherwise. Namaste. Wow. Woo! Girl! Now, that was a good one. Houston, boots down on that Jazz Express. Gorgeous stuff tonight. Thank you so much for joining me on that little sojourn together, the sensual sojourn. I felt sensual during that. I don't know if you did. I hope so. I really hope so. So tonight I'm drinking Diet Dr. Pepper. I got a 12-pack of Diet Dr. Pepper in the fridge. I've been rationing these pretty nicely since I got them, which is just yesterday. But sometimes I drink 3 of these sons of bitches a day. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Sometimes I drink 3 of these little whores a day because they're delicious, and I love them. I really love them. But I've been on about one a day since I got the case at Target just yesterday. Namaste. Yeah, thanks so much, Boner. Appreciate that. Yeah, a 12er indeed. Namaste. Oh, look at that, Isabeau joining us. Namaste, Real Ghost, a.k.a. Isabeau. Thanks so much for joining us, hon. Namaste to you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, like I was saying, this is the month of growth to nowhere, and we are just getting started. First week of August, first week of Growth to Nowhere. And guys, let me get you going on some very exciting stuff that I've got for you. This. Quick thoughts on Dr. Pepper Zero Guru? I like Orchestar. Really good question. Really good question. Thank you so much, Orc. Yeah, so that's a really good question, and I really appreciate you asking. Namaste to Orchestar for that really gorgeous question. Thoughts on Dr. Pepper Zero? Now, listen, I'm not just going to give you my thoughts on Dr. Pepper Zero. I'm going to give you my thoughts on all of these zero pops, okay? These pops with the zeros, they taste fantastic. They taste fantastic. Don't get me wrong. They taste wonderful. However, if I'm being 100% honest, there's something about them that hurts my stomach more than the diet. The diet, like I said, I could drink these little whores all day, and all night and day. Give me a diet, and I'm set. I'm happy. I'm a pig in shit, as they say. But you give me a diet doctor, give me a Dr. Pepper Zero, and I'm gonna enjoy myself at first. Then it's gonna start hurting my stomach. I don't know if you guys have that experience. Does anyone else in chat have that experience with these zero pops? These zero pops. Listen, I'm not saying can I have my phone call? No. Diet Dr. Fago. Cheen coming in with a communal vision. Thanks so much, Cheen. Brother Cheen, soda is good for you, and we should celebrate sodas more as a society. I had a Jones caffeine soda. It was lovely. Oh my goodness gracious. Now you're living it up. Getting all artisanal with it. You're getting a Jones. A Jones, holy moly. You can taste the spices. You can taste the nutmeg in a Jones Cola. Namaste. Wow. Thanks so much, Gene. Wow. Beautiful. No, Windmills, you do your thing. You do your thing. Because right now, this is when the big dogs start fighting over that first call. They are, because at any moment in time, I could just turn that line on and we could be off to the races. That's that. All right? That's that. I could be off to the races immediately. But right now the line's not open. But already, I'll bet Toaster, if I don't know what the fuck Toaster's doing. I haven't seen him in a while. I heard his internet's out. But also, I'll bet Michaela's throwing bows right now. I'll bet Michaela's going full Rodman in the pre-call zone. So namaste. 8-ounce Mexican Coke. Oh, there we go. Mexican Coke is fantastic. McCarl is not here tonight. McCarl, all the best, wherever you are. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Hopefully you find time to give us a call later on. Communal vision from Family Art. Beautiful stuff. Thanks. A beautiful perspective, I'm sure. Toaster was executed by his AI girlfriend, Maya, on live TV about an hour ago. I believe that. That guy is a red flag for an abusive relationship. And as I'm just saying this as a therapist, all right? I'm saying this as a therapist. We've seen the patterns. He starts dating these acorns, these pillows. He's utterly terrified of women. He is he's a sort of a Humpty Dumpty, but he just started fucked. It started all cracked up. And ladies and gentlemen, that means that you got a red flag for somebody who's just looking for a home, and he's finding it in this Maya. And this Maya, I'm sure it would not surprise me if Toaster went down in history as the first mortal victim of domestic abuse at the hands of an AI girlfriend. I'm calling it right now. Namaste, though. Hope he's here. Anyway, explorations with Terry. Guys, Growth to Nowhere. Growth to Nowhere 2025 all month. We got so much stuff jam-packed all month. Let's go for it, guys. Let's go ahead and get into some very exciting announcements. Now, the first one for this month. Now, this is special. This is something that you're going to want to take advantage of this month. Namaste. So let's go ahead and pull it up. Guys, first and foremost, we have our first official Explorations t-shirt pre-order. Pre-order's up on Discord. I'll go ahead and drop it again in the chat right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an absolutely bespoke piece of merchandise. You're going to want to get your hands on this. Now, it's $30, clean and even, no taxes, no shipping. Hit that link. pay right now. Let me send you this thing next month. We're doing the pre-order this month. After that, I'm going to be sending them out post haste. Already they are flying off the shelves. Now, ladies and gentlemen, now as add a sweetened little deal to this. Ladies and gentlemen, each shirt this month will be coming with a free month of Community of Devoted Light. That's right. With each purchase of a t-shirt, you will receive a coupon code with which you will be able to redeem a free month of the Community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. I'm talking the podcast, I'm talking the videos, I'm talking about a monthly postcard, I'm talking about this, that, and the other. It is there waiting for you. $30, get a t-shirt, and 30 days to access the most life-transforming materials on the face of this planet. Wow, sounds like a good deal to me. Let's go ahead and take a look at that t-shirt. Wow, there it is. There it is, guys. Now, this is the mock-up. I'm waiting on the sample shirt. We're going to get some nice model pics with maybe my temporary roommate agreed to do it. We'll see if we can get that to happen. They're working on the shirt right now, but just to give you an idea of what to expect, this absolutely gorgeous craftsmanship. And again, like I said, they let me tour the facilities, and they assured me that no children work there. Absolutely not a single child touched any of the machinery inside their factory. They look young, but it's an aesthetic choice on the company's part. They keep it light, and they keep it nice and They just like to look out on the floor of the factory, and they just want to be reminded of like hope and future and tomorrow. So they employ people that look younger, but they assure me they're not children, not slaves, not children. A fantastic company, 1 Hour Tees. Love working with them. Can't wait to continue our business relationship. They're very excited to support the program. Now, guys, before we go any further, I'm going to share with you a very special trailer because this Tuesday it's going down. This Tuesday, it is absolutely starting. Something that has never happened before in the history of this program. We are entering a new paradigm within the program.
People say that this is a waste of time. They'll stop me on the street to tell me this is a waste of your and your followers' time. And the thing is, they're right. What I'm about to do, it is a waste of time. At a time like this, a truly fallen time, and in a world of unstoppable decay and anguish, how could someone do what I'm about to do? You know, I used to have a meditation teacher that used to drill in me, silence is powerful. But in reality, it's quite the opposite, isn't it? The reason we fill our minds with so much noise, we avoid the truth so readily offered by silence, that there is no triumph, no achievement, no path, no insight, just an absurd defeat. Join me.
Ladies and gentlemen, this Tuesday, August 12th, starting at 9 a.m., I will embark on something that has never been done, never been tried before. I will begin a subathon, full of activities to be sure. But I'll begin a subathon in complete silence. In complete silence, I will begin on Tuesday, and I will turn myself over to you all. sacrificing much, but to give us all an opportunity to say no. To say no to growth. To say no to production. To say no to being of use. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be silent starting Tuesday at 9 a.m. in order to set us all free, to push back, to declare that this community, this program is dedicated to growing to absolutely nowhere for no reason. We will not be tempted. We will not be pressured into growth, into expansion, into progress. Ladies and gentlemen, join me Tuesday again, starting at 9 a.m. The Power of Silence Subathon will begin. Really amping up our growth to nowhere celebrations. Namaste. Power of Silence Subathon begins August 12th at 9 a.m. Join me. Join me. I implore you to join me. Now, guys, but that's all to say that this month, Growth to Nowhere, that you might think that might be it, right? You might think, wow, Leslie, can you add any more? Can you make this month any more special, the program any more effective? I don't think you can do it. Well, that's where you'd be wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, this whole month is leading up to the Growth to Nowhere telethon on August 30th. So listen, if you were here last year, you're here for the telethon. It's a day chock full of conversations, meditations, positive vibrations. And ladies and gentlemen, we will end that day with our very own online dating game show, Infatuations with Leslie Tanner. But it's going to be a very special one. It will be our Tournament of Champions. That's right, August 30th. Capping off our 12-hour telethon, noon to midnight, will be our Infatuations Tournament of Champions. All past victors are invited back to stake their claim. Who among them is the victor of victors, the king of kings, Worm Master TJ? Namaste to you. Welcome to Explorations. We're just getting started. So guys, mark your calendars. We got the subathon starting this Tuesday. Power of Silence. Power of Silence, a silent metathon. I will not say a damn thing starting at Tuesday, 9 a.m. And we will forge into the future together. Namaste. Namaste. And then August 30th, guys, buckle up. Buckle up. We're going to have a time and a half, August 30th. Growth to Nowhere telethon. Very exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff. So, guys, that's this month. And of course, I'm going to give you all reminders as we go along. This will clear up in a second. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. That'll clear up. But, guys, listen to me. That's the Growth to Nowhere. Subathon coming up. Let's earmark all the stuff. I'll drop that link for the t-shirt one more time just to let everybody know to pre-order that son of a bitch and get their free month of community of the Vote of Light if they're not already signed up. Now, guys, let's get into the theme and open lines. I got to speak to you, okay? Tonight, we're going into happy families. Now, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to try to give you my TLDR of something really important to the program, really getting into the science of what makes this program so universally effective. And ladies and gentlemen, it's because it's ultimately the tools, every single tool that I give you, every material that I give you is built on a very simple, foundational, I don't use that word lightly, foundational scientific concept. And that's attachment. Attachment theory, you might have heard this get thrown around by a therapist or maybe in a psychology today, right? Unfortunately, you start thinking about attachment styles right away, right? And if you go too far down that line, you might as well just go get your astrology read, right? Which I have nothing but respect for. Nothing but respect for astrologers. But listen, when you claim science and you start doing these little games with, what's my attachment style? Oh, I like pretzels, but only before noon because I'm a avoidant attachment. Oh, are you? Okay, thanks. Really, that makes no sense. Anyway, well, the attachment, when you really get down, to the nuts and bolts of attachment theory, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the bond between infant and caregiver. Infant being the most vulnerable thing that could possibly be imagined, and caregiver. And through this relationship, ladies and gentlemen, a universe is born. A universe is born. We learn not only these times to enjoy our pretzels or the ways that we get in romantic relationships. Ladies and gentlemen, during this period of attachment, very sensitive attachment, from infancy, all the way to about maybe between 4 and 6 years old, depending on who we're talking about. We are learning the self. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most fundamental concept that exists. Without the self, there is no space. Without the self, there is no time. Without the self, there is no science. There is no religion. There is no anything. Without the self, without the individual node of consciousness, ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing. We have nothing. And that's why exactly every tool you see is built on this very basic and very simple scientific concept of attachment. It is built around that. The ways that we can thrive and are injured through this dynamic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're here to talk about happy families. Now, this is something, like I said at the beginning, some of you may have had happy families. Some of you have maybe had unhappy families. Some of you maybe had a sort of, you had the Christmas tree full of presents. Maybe at a 4th of July, classic American 4th of July with the fireworks and the popsicles and the neighborhood grills and the above ground pool, right? Swimming with floaties on. You look over, you see your mom in her one piece. You still think she's beautiful, even though she's self-conscious. You look at your dad, he's lighting fireworks out of his brother's little butthole in the back, and they're getting up to shenanigans. Everyone's laughing, happiness. Go ahead. Other side of the coin, not so happy family, right? Maybe there wasn't a Christmas tree. Maybe there wasn't a mommy. Maybe there wasn't a daddy. Maybe there was a big brother or a sister who luckily taught you how to drink warm Skol by the age of 11. So that you may numb the immediate experience of being whatever the fuck you were that did not deserve love, care, and affection. To numb the pain of it all being your fault. To numb the pain of having to raw dog this universe, the apathy, looking it right in the eye, ladies and gentlemen. That warm Skol maybe was your parent. This is the other side of the coin. So, ladies and gentlemen, when I open up the line in just a moment, we are not just talking about a narrow definition of happy family. We are talking about happy families. We are talking about that. But I want to hear about your experiences. I want to hear about your ideas. I want to hear about your opinions. I want to explore this with you. I want to hear about you so I can give you the tools that you need to unlock and unleash that power inside of you. The power of the next level that we speak about so frequently here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. The most effective personal power program in the country. Namaste. Can you believe that we don't have more guys? Can you believe that we don't have more people viewing, more people trying to suck milk out of the teat of Explorations? Sometimes I look in the chat and I see 30,000, 40,000 people. I'm just like, how are there that few people? How are there that few people? I'm giving this away, ladies and gentlemen. I'm giving it away. You are the rock upon which I build my program. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953, guys. Give me a call. The line is open. We are going into happy families tonight. Namaste. Happy families tonight. Namaste. The line is open. Who's going to be the first caller tonight, huh? Now, Michaela's out. Michaela, we know, is out. Chris Grizzle is very simple. Just hit that follow button.
Weak, castrated men will shout that everyone needs to jack off less, or, worse yet, stop jacking off altogether as a means of remedying spiritual ills.
One moment, quote.
They are in desperate need of a mature man to tell them that the only way out is through more.
Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
It's It's Amelia. No one's calling in.
Amelia, hon, how you doing tonight? It's great to hear from you.
Hi. All right. I was planning on calling in first thing, but I saw, it was like every solid 30 seconds. No one was taking it. So,
Amelia,
I'll be first again.
so strong, so brave, getting us started, really taking a leadership role here in the community. We all thank you for your bravery and sacrifice tonight.
Thank you. I'm going to try my best,
Now, listen, you've been a frequent caller past couple of weeks, and you've kept us abreast your most recent sojourn, to fill people in that maybe didn't have the honor and privilege of hearing you sort of go into that. Ladies and gentlemen, we have heard a very harrowing story from Amelia. Really in a bad situation, looking to get into, maybe also not that great of a situation, but it might shake things up, right? Right. So, Amelia, listen, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to ruin anything. We're talking about happy families tonight.
Yeah, I saw the topic. I don't know what exactly I can say on this topic, but I'm excited to have you guide me here.
Yeah, namaste. So listen, happy families. I know about your family life at least a little bit. So let me just ask you this right up top. When I say happy families, what do you imagine in your mind? I want you to flesh out in real time a happy family.
I imagine like suburban America, white picket fences, probably like an extremely stereotypical a man married to a woman. The man mostly has like a higher paid job. They got like a nice McMansion. They got a car. They got maybe 2 cars, a golden retriever, 2 kids, 1 boy, 1 girl. And they kind of cruise through life. They don't have to think about much. They have nice health insurance, probably got life insurance and all that shit. And, maybe they fight a little bit, when the kids are in their teenage years, but then they grow up and they have a generally amicable relationship where they all enjoy each other's presence.
Wow. I think a lot of us can hear some of the themes that you're sharing right now and really connect with them. Now, let's lean in a little bit on one aspect in particular, right? I want to lean in this aspect because there's a lot of material things that lead to this happiness in this family. And of course that's important, right? Having a station wagon, nice house, et cetera. But one thing that I want to lean into is this: they enjoy each other's presence. They enjoy each other's presence. Now, what might that look like? Let me throw a little hypothetical at you, right? It is the middle child's 11th birthday, and the 11th birthday landed on the same day as the big baseball playoffs of the oldest boy in the family. Right? Conflict. What are we going to do? What's a family going to do? Now, given this happy family, how do you imagine the family unit handling this conflict?
I think this depends, but I think perhaps the middle child, they would make it a family event, the whole baseball game. If the middle child is interested at all, perhaps they'd all go, they'd all get some nice, fucking overpriced baseball food. Some like a nice soft pretzel. I love those. Maybe you get some Dippin' Dots while you're there. Or perhaps, there would be like a tender moment between the middle child and older child, where the older child's like, I love baseball and all that. I'm a little sad I'm going to miss it. But, I care more about being here for your birthday, buddy. A little champ, scraggles their hair a little bit. And then, they all kind of laugh and maybe, play some Smash Bros on the TV or some Wii Sports together as a family, something like that.
Now, I want to put you in the position of the parents, right? The parents in this family, they see their 11 and 13-year-old children, on a day that could have been upsetting for both of them, right? But they find them embracing each other, loving each other. How might the parents in this situation react to that, seeing that?
seeing that they're, I mean, I would, in an ideal happy family, I would say they'd probably be very proud. Maybe, maybe they'd get, a little extra nice dinner than what they were originally planning for everyone. A little, maybe like an extra gift or like an extra dessert, and they would try to reinforce that behavior.
I love that. I love that. What a vivid imagination. You're truly a creative person, I can tell, an artist.
I have a lot of time to imagine situations that are better than my own.
Well, listen, nice little segue. Amelia, go ahead. Take us into now different situation. Give us a couple details about your situation right now and your relationship with your family.
So, my sister has threatened to kill me. Her boyfriend definitely does some domestic violence against her. My parents are emotionally abusive and they're fine with my sister threatening to kill me, and also the boyfriend all in the same house. It's not very happy. My parents are also very bigoted and not nice people.
So it doesn't seem like you're very popular.
No, not with my family. Not with my family. I'm like the odd one out. I think, I grew up a little bit removed from my family. I feel like I dived into basically putting my brain on the internet at a young age. So I didn't really end up fitting their mold. And that's made this all go awry.
So listen,
because they all get along,
They all, yeah, get along. And honestly, they probably get along because they've got you to be like, this fucking dumb piece of shit, this worthless, weird freak retard is the bad one, and we're all the good ones.
100%. Yeah, I know my sister had definitely talks about me like that. I've heard it.
Oh.
It's like a nice punching bag for sort of when humanity unifies to go up against aliens in the movies, like a common enemy.
Now, so let's go ahead and put these two situations side by side, Amelia.
I do have something that may be also interesting.
Please.
It wasn't always like this. If we go back to when I was a kid, I would say I was quite close with my parents. Not my sister, but quite close with my parents.
Well, children are very dumb.
That is true. Yeah, I was pretty dumb at the time.
Yeah, children, you can't, and this is coming from a therapist, and this is coming with a great deal of respect. Because, and I said that word vulnerable earlier to describe the infant, that's, a vulnerable really captures a lot, but within that vulnerability, the reason for that vulnerability, at least partly, is because the intelligence level is just so bad, so low.
But I have to say, aren't a lot of happy families, I feel like, isn't part of the key to a happy family is maybe everyone being a bit dumb?
You speak on that. What do you mean?
I mean, it sort of leads to a sort of bliss of ignorance. If you don't or if you're not up to enough intelligence or smart enough to really just try to deviate from the norm, or to really take any particular issue with the rest of the family, you're totally fine with any shittiness that happens and lets it blow over, then that sort of conducts itself into a stuck together family, to a happy family in a way.
I mean, in a way, but listen, I don't know if happiness would be the right word to describe what you just kind of laid out. I mean, happier than yours, for sure.
Well, yeah, 100%.
And honestly, it sounds like your parents and your sister and whatnot, it sounds like they're fucking dumb. Really definitely. Low level intelligence. And it makes them, they get lost in their emotions because of that.
That's my basis. The rest of my family is kind of stupid. They should probably hate each other and stuff like that, but they don't because they're too stupid to really think much about it.
Yeah, it's scary. The emotions get, if you're afraid, then that fear. Imagine the fear is going to be so much worse when you're just dumb as dog shit, like your family is. So,
Mhm.
listen, before we
Yeah, go
close up
ahead.
here, Amelia, I want to do a side by side real quick. Now, before we describe this sort of really nice family, they like each other, they embrace each other, they get along, they handle conflict well. On this side, we've got your family, bigoted parents, they hate you. Your sister threatened to kill you, and everyone's fine with that. You're currently trying to look for basically a home. Quick affirmation for fellas, listen. If someone's trying to kill you, if it's between you getting killed and you getting into a homeless shelter, flip a coin, I guess. Yeah. So,
I love that.
Amelia,
I love that.
Amelia, let's. But for how I want to ask you a question. When we put these two images side by side, how does it make you feel?
The contrast. I mean, I feel like, and this is sort of going back to the dumb family, because I think when I'm imagining a happy family, I am imagining them as kind of dumb. Like, I feel like the existence is happy, but it is a bit vapid. So I would say I certainly maybe would prefer to be there, but I feel like perhaps there is some, magical third option out there that, retains individuality, while also having a happy family life.
Well, that's
But
the
I
thing.
certainly
Is
would
that
say I'm jealous.
I am
jealous.
yeah. So you're jealous. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Also, I will say, it's also a little disgusting, I think.
Right.
In how foreign the thought is in conception. It's off-putting.
It's interesting. It's interesting. You're so emotionally calibrated to sort of certain layer of hell and chaos that to imagine something going smoothly and warmly is it sets off your fight or flight. Your adrenaline says, this is a trap, this isn't stable, this is bad, these people are trying to kill me.
Yeah, it's like a feeling of unease, like the uncanny valley. It's not even someone says too good to be true. It just feels wrong. Something's wrong. Isn't how things are supposed to be.
Yeah, and yeah. Now we're looking for a homeless shelter. Well, Amelia, listen, absolutely.
So true.
You have started us off tremendously, and I saw a couple people be like, oh, this call isn't a good first call. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. You have no clue. To think that you've been here for a little bit and understand, I would think you would understand this program a little more than you do. But this is a tremendous first call, getting us started off on the right foot, Amelia. Now, the key thing that we landed on though is the jealousy. All right, don't let go of the jealousy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, I promise I won't.
Okay.
And God knows I'm jealous of many things and people.
Yeah, there we go. Keep it alive. Keep it alive, hon.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
You.
Namaste. Namaste. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Hey, Big Al.
Hey, it's Jenny.
Jenny.
It's Big J. How you doing tonight, Jenny?
I'm doing okay.
That's good.
Hey, I loved that call from Amelia.
Right. It was a good one. Love
Love
for sure.
it.
We got right into
Hate your family, man.
Right into
Hate your family all day.
happy families. Now, I'm going to listen. Jenny, this might sound a little repetitive, but I want to hear from you. I want to hear your idea of a happy family. Now, you might be pulling from movies, TV shows, you're just bare, raw imagination. I want to hear when you think of a happy family that you would want to be a part of, what would it look like? What's going on in it?
It's okay if I throw up while we're on the phone, right?
Why would you throw up? Let's start there. Why would you throw up trying to imagine a happy family, Jenny? It's not a small bathtub.
Okay. Okay. No, it's not. It's from the small bathtub.
No idea what you just said. Go ahead, though. Why would you throw up?
I think you triggered something, Les. And I might get sick.
Just right now.
It's okay.
Just bringing up happy family triggered a sort of psychosomatic response, mind and body together. Made you want to throw up, just even hear that term, happy family.
Yeah, happy family.
Interesting.
Now I just want to keep saying it in my head. Happy family.
Now, what comes to mind, though? What is this happy family? Talk to me about it. What is this about? What's going on in this family? What makes it happy?
Remember when I told you before when I ran on the beach and I was in my bathing suit and Daddy was there and we were just running and I was kicking in the waves and I was fall down like a little stupid retard, because I couldn't keep my legs up all the way. That was happy family. And then everything is gone.
Now, so you pull back to a memory of being a child. Papa is there. You're flitting around in the water. It's a beach.
Okay.
Is the sun out?
Oh, God, it was, yes.
And was it warm out?
Oh, yes.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Now, you knew, were you running away from your dad, like in front? He was letting you go?
Like we were just playing. And my bikini was, purple and, I'm sorry, red and white, checkered. And I was just running and Daddy was chasing me as I ran into the ocean.
That's beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, that sounds very beautiful.
And that's about all you're going to get as good as memories go.
Now, interesting. Now, we got a good memory out of Jen, which is interesting because we haven't gotten a lot of them. But before that, ladies and gentlemen, remember, we started this call off with you saying that you thought you were going to throw up.
I'm not going to throw up, Les. Not going to throw up.
You can if you want.
I mean, I will if I
just
have
me.
to.
You don't have to, but it's just me. You can throw up in front of me.
It's just us.
Stone Monster 400 with a communal vision. Beautiful stuff. Can't wait to get into this, Stoney. In Forrest Gump, Jenny, I'm not a smart man, but I know that Lieutenant Dan pulled his nuts out at that bar.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I see where we're going. All right. Everybody knows that is a scene. Okay. It was New Year's Eve, and he did. Lieutenant Dan, he did that, and I had to watch that with my family, and it happened. So I'm sick of everybody. You can't find it. It's a deep cut at this point. Oh, Leslie,
You're saying there's a director's cut of Forrest Gump out there with Lieutenant Dan's scrotum?
Yes. Deep cut. Yep.
Listen, I'll believe it when I see it.
We've all been searching for it. Well, me too. I believe it because I know it.
Because you've seen it.
And whatever. I've seen it. I watched that.
Is it
with
one of
my
those?
Family.
Is it like
With my
Berenstain Bears and
family.
Berenstain Bears? Like where?
Berenstain Bears?
Where you know how like some people remember that Berenstain was spelled like with an E-I-N, and some people remember that it was spelled with an A-I-N.
Okay.
Is it like that, where some people just remember the sack?
Are you getting me started right now?
Yeah, I'm getting you started. Let's go. Have you not started already? Hello, it's me, Leslie. Jenny, Earth to Jenny. Let's go.
Leslie, are you on the phone?
Yeah, I'm on the phone, hon. Talk to me. Is Lieutenant Dan scrotum similar to the situation with Berenstain Bears? Real quick communal vision from Pepper and Cheney. I'm sure this is a beautiful perspective. Thanks so much, Cheney. Not only does he pull out his nutsack, he stretches it up all the way to the bar from his seated wheelchair position. According to Jen, we riffed on scrotum-related Forrest Gump scenes.
Okay.
With Jen after we talked about it.
Okay. I did. It happened. I can't explain it.
So what did it look like, right? Because he had no legs, as we remember, canonically. So it's
he was sitting in there with his legs cut off, right? Mm-hmm. He was sitting at the bar. I've told everybody this so many times. And then all of a sudden he said, "This is good for nothing." And he was talking about his legs, and then he pulled his, teeth out, and he started stretching them. And he said, "This is good for nothing. I'll never." He was like yelling about how he'd never been with a woman again. It's a deleted scene. I saw it. I had to watch it with my family, and that's the bottom line. Period. So, I don't even care. Where were we, Les? And I really, like, do I have to draw this out for people? I can draw it.
I appreciate that. Can you draw that and put it in Discord?
Surely, yes, I will draw for you. Yeah.
Appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Would really appreciate it.
I'll probably put a piano music to it, too. It'll be beautiful.
Now, listen.
nice
Okay,
thing,
so
I
listen. Let's get back to it.
How are you?
I'm great. Don't worry about me. I'm doing great as always. Don't you worry about that. Now, listen, Jenny.
Well, sometimes I do get worried.
Don't worry about me. I'm Leslie.
I get
I'm
worried.
Leslie.
You just, I do get, I think about you. And
Listen, I appreciate that. Listen, Jenny, I appreciate that. But listen to me right now. I am what the universe needs me to be.
I don't want to get sad.
You don't want to what?
I don't want to get sad. I'm gonna start saying that spiritual, and we don't want any of that right now.
Well, listen. How about this? How about let's get back to happy families, huh?
Okay. Oh no.
So listen, I was gonna do the same thing that I did with Amelia because I know your family isn't good, and your life sucks, and you're mentally ill, and
what?
That you're mentally ill, and that your life is shit.
I never said any of those things. No. I
said it. I'm a therapist. I can see you a mile away. O.M. Godspeed, they accidentally ran the director's cut on Saving Private Ryan on FX one night, and at the end, when the tank is bearing down on Tom Hanks, instead of shooting his pistol, he starts jerking it, presumably for one last time. Right as we see his O face, and all seems lost, a USAAF P-51 Mustang cruises in and destroys the tank with a rocket.
So cool.
Very moving. Wish I could find it again.
Yep. I remember that. That was a good scene. A really good scene. Les?
Listen, I was going to take you through the same thing that I took Amelia through.
No.
But I don't need to.
I'm going to take you through the same thing you took Amelia through.
No, you're not. I don't need
what?
that. Bulbous Peanuts. In the director's cut to Forrest Gump, Lieutenant Dan pulls his hog out after stretching his scrotum like bat wings.
Soldier.
So you're on Jen's side right now, Bulbous. Interesting. Okay. Interesting stuff. Now,
not alone.
Let's go ahead. Let's listen. So listen.
Also, the word bulbous is absolutely disgusting, but I like bulbous. But it is gross, and my mom and I use that word as, oh, look, family, Les. My mom and I, we use the word bulbous a lot.
Anyway, so listen,
really,
ladies and gentlemen in the chat, we know Jenny to be a very powerful explorer here at Explorations. Now, a very important part of that is how close to the surface, how miserable her family life is. I'm telling you, this is a very important internal dynamic that we can tap into. If you had a happy family, then things are going good and we can take a different direction. Maybe we'll talk to somebody like that tonight. But if you had a bad, unhappy family and you were a fucked up, sort of mentally ill, degenerate, maybe a substance abuse problem, you know, trouble holding down a job, or maybe like trouble with relationships, this, that, and the other. Listen, the power of the next level is so close. Is just barely out of reach. You just got to reach a little bit further with this program, and keeping your jealousy of or your desire to throw up at hearing about a happy family. If you keep that alive, ladies and gentlemen, I can hardly begin to describe the level of power inside of you waiting to be unleashed. Now, anything?
Oh, thank God.
Now, Jenny, listen. Any final words about a happy family?
That doesn't exist all the way ever. And no one should complain. Whatever you got, you deal with.
Welcome, friend. Namaste. All right, well, thanks so much, Jenny. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
Wait, Les.
Namaste.
Les. Wait.
708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is...
I know you didn't hang up the phone, right?
I did. That was the end of our call, Jenny.
Well, I was trying to tell you, guess what?
What?
Guess who loves you, bub?
Who?
And has 2 thumbs.
What?
Guess who loves you and has 2 thumbs?
Who is it?
It's this gal.
Namaste, Jenny. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Namaste to you.
All right. Love you, bud. Bye.
Love you. Bye-bye. Namaste. Wow. That Jenny. Huh? That Jenny's something else. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Pepperoncini with a communal vision. Interesting stuff. Communal vision. Pepperoncini says she wants to pork you. So what I think Pepperoncini is getting at right there is this idea that Jenny, aka hypocryptomatic, aka genomatic, wants to sort of just have sex with Leslie Tanner. And that is a very common dynamic with many patients that I work with. Straight, gay, whatever they, pan, demi, whatever the fuck. Or you're one of these weird they, thems. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a very common occurrence. It's a very common occurrence. And for me to know that it gives me an angle. It gives me an inside track on what needs to happen. How do I deliver the tools? It's called transference, ladies and gentlemen. Look it up. How do I deliver the tools? What do you think about Happy Families and the White Lotus HBO series? I just hopped in, so I'm not sure if this has been discussed yet at Junctions. Thank you so much for the question at Junctions. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Sorry, Les. I'm not trying to clog up the phone lines. I just want to put this to bed. I absolutely would never, ever bang you. Okay? So there's no transference here. Okay? And
that's not true.
I feel like people are... no, it is true. I'm telling the truth. I don't lie. You know that about me. And I'm really sick and tired of people actually transferring their own wants to sleep with you onto me and everybody else in the world. I'm sick of it. It makes me want to puke.
So you're turning the tables. You're saying Pepperoncini wants me to have sex with him.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Interesting.
And I'm sick of it. I've had private conversations, okay? So I don't need this guy coming around doing this right now, okay?
Wow. Jenny, that was powerful.
This is life. And that hurt my feelings a little bit.
Interesting.
I don't have feelings. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Well, listen, thanks so much, Jenny. Appreciate it. Namaste.
Yeah, sure. I just wanted to check in and say that.
Yeah, I understand. The line was open. People are a little nervous tonight.
I mean, well, guess what? Wake up, everybody. Peps, why don't you call in because you're a little bitch.
Pepperoncini with communal vision right here. If I met Leslie in person, I'd duct tape his butt cheeks together so I couldn't butt fuck him under any circumstance, actually.
Okay. That's not how you're supposed to treat another human being. Okay? Everybody knows that.
Well, that's just transference too. That's the fun part of transference. Is that's transference too.
He's thinking about your butt cheeks, bro.
I'm like this. I'm this sort of like the sapphic male. You know, the sort of the siren. Quick affirmation for fellas. Listen, that little ass of yours goes pretty hard. I'll bet you could do a lot with that. Go ahead and give it a little shake for me.
Okay.
That was an affirmation for fellas, sideways. Confidence. Maybe play that in the morning for yourself. Go ahead, Jenny. What were you saying?
I feel like this is going a little bit sideways, and I don't think that anybody should be talking about duct taping each other's body parts together. I just don't feel like that's not where we were headed. I thought it was going to be a nice night.
Nope.
A nice night.
Well, that's your, again, that's projection. We have had many nights here on Explorations that were not nice. This program isn't here to be nice. This program is here to transform.
Nice.
It's a violent process, Jenny. Pepperoncini says, Jen, what are your thoughts on sapphic squirting?
Now, this I do not know. What is sapphic squirting, Les?
It's just the idea,
What?
Sort of the divine feminine sort of expressing through its own ejaculate.
Oh! When they say it's pee, I'll tell you what, it's glorious. Next question.
Well, there's your direct answer. Pepperoncini coming in with a very direct answer from Jenny. It's glorious. Now, what do you think about it? Squirt pee? What do you think about this?
That's good. I've looked into it. See, I didn't know that it was called sapphic.
Well, that's just a fun term that we use here at Exploration starting today.
Okay, then that's what we'll call it.
Well, I'll teach a class at the Y.
Happiness, and it's
I'll teach a class at the Y.
Not urine.
Sapphic squirting.
Not urine, man. Okay, sapphic. Can you write that down? I'm gonna screenshot that.
Yeah, 100%. Squirt is pee. Sapphic squirt is Dr. Pepper Zero, says BVS 420. Big fan of.
Okay, that's not that. See, that's not. Okay, everybody don't. That's not true.
Nindy knew with the communal vision. Can't wait to get into this. Thanks so much, Nindy. There is no doubt in my mind that Jen's cum is pee. Any response to that?
Ew. Just ew. Okay. Ew. Number one, my mother told me that I don't have a B word, the behind part. That it's just I have two cheeks. There's nothing there, and as far as the front part, I just use it to pee. And that's anything that he's saying right now. I don't have cum. Okay, I don't come with that.
Okay, namaste. Thanks so much, Jenny. Happy family. 708-240-8953. Now, guys, let's put it to rest. Is it maybe pee? Yeah, to a childlike scientific mind, yes.
Weak, castrated men will shout that everyone needs to jack off less, or worse yet, stop jacking off altogether as a means of remedying spiritual ills. They are in desperate need of a mature man to tell them that the only way out is through more.
I'll give you another one. Let's get another one for you. That was a repeat.
Weak, castrated men will shout that everyone needs to jack off less, or worse yet, stop jacking off altogether as a means of remedying spiritual ills. They are in desperate need of a mature man to tell them that the only way out is through more.
All right, let's try one more time.
Imagine a future hellish dystopia where everyone is constantly doing therapy on everyone else at all times. Buildings have no corners, few if any walls, and we all barely even remember being unhappy.
Ladies and gentlemen, so listen, let's put this squirt business to rest. Now, I, for one, grew up in the Catholic Church, and we have a little thing called the Eucharist. It's a belief that Jesus Christ, at the Last Supper, when he offered bread as his body, he performed a miracle that transformed the bread to pieces of his flesh and the wine to his blood, sacrificing his flesh and blood for all of God's children. Now, in Catholicism, this is referred to as transubstantiation. Now, I, coming from this tradition, can't help but take a page out of their book. Communal Vision, real quick. Framweyard, in the Greek translation of the Old Testament, Mary Magdalene is described as having sapphic squirted at the moment God deposited the divine nut inside of her. Now, that's pretty fun. That's a fun detail I did not know. A little Bible factoid. Appreciate that, Fram. Thank you so much. Now, to finish my point just a moment ago, we've got the transubstantiation, the transformation of the Eucharist to the actual, real-life flesh of Christ, the Son of God. Now, let's go ahead and look at the other side of the coin, right? Jesus, a man, male, patriarchal, sort of, hero, savior figure of old. But what about the other side of the coin? What about the ladies? Now, I, for a long time, have been arguing, in academic and spiritual circles, that if you're looking for a sort of spiritual paradigm through which to view sapphic squirting, you don't need to look any farther than the Catholic tradition of transubstantiation, the divine transformation of the Eucharist to the flesh of Christ is the same, one for one, historically, spiritually, and metaphysically. It is one for one the same as the spiritual transformation of we to a spiritual substance through squirting, sapphic squirting. Much like Christ gave us his flesh and blood at the Last Supper, the Virgin Mary gave us sapphic squirting, and with a spiritual transformation just as profound, just as spiritually historical. So that's fun to think about. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Can the program teach us how to squirt? Yeah, absolutely. I could do that. I could teach sapphic squirting. I could teach, I should just teach it at the Y. How about that? We'll teach it at the compound, but I'm going to do a double up for the people that don't live at the compound and don't have access. I'll be teaching it at the local YMCA, sapphic squirting. One time I made a girl cum so hard. Said India, congrats. Congrats, brother. Really appreciate that. And thank you for sharing that. Namaste. Well, guys, I'm going to take a pee break. It's pee break time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for me to take a little pee break. Wipe the goop off of your mind's eye and settle into the second half of Explorations with Leslie Tanner when I return. But in the meantime, stick around for a couple words about my community of devoted light. Now, I will mention this, ladies and gentlemen. With every t-shirt order, pre-order this month, it will come with a free month of the community of devoted light. So consider that while you are considering the t-shirt, the program, and the materials. Do you know that the life-transforming materials are on the other side of some very simple choices that you could make tonight? Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be right back in just a moment with the second half of Explorations. Oh my goodness gracious. Mother Nipple Bottom enters the Explorations arena with 25 gifted subs. Holy moly. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just received a subscription from Mother Nipple Bottom, let her see a namaste in chat. Holy moly. Namaste, Mother Nipple Bottom. Welcome back.
Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Since Leslie and his program broke onto the scene, Explorations has become the #1 best-selling and most influential personal power program in modern history. Millions of people from all over the world have gotten a chance to meet this truly remarkable man and utterly transform their lives with the power of Explorations.
I listened to this introductory tape and I knew then and there, this is what I needed. I felt just so much better knowing there are a bunch of people out there suffering like me.
I'm not kidding you. I think after the first tape, I knew, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
I got such relief from the very beginning, starting the program.
Now that you've gotten a taste of what this program is capable of, it's time to show you how to take your life to the next level. Here to tell you more about what is possible is legally licensed clinical therapist, author, coach, speaker, entrepreneur, martial artist, amateur musician, one of the nation's foremost thinkers, and our guru, Leslie Tanner.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you've been with us since the very beginning and have watched Explorations work wonders in your life, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, I say namaste to you. As you've watched Explorations in action during our call-in show, no doubt your mind is reeling from the limitless potential you now know is possible. Between the tailored themes and lectures, to the myriad avenues of exploration through the channel points, to the customized ways to interact with me and the community, there simply has never been anything quite like this program. Now is usually the point in one of these self-help programs where it starts to sound like a sales pitch. Someone like me might normally say something like, "Listen, I know your time is precious, let me cut to the chase." But there's only one problem with that. We know your time isn't precious. I could speak at length for hours and hours about absolutely nothing, and I still wouldn't be wasting your time because, well, you're here, looking for a fast, all-encompassing solution to the problems in your life that have become so intolerable, you're not sure what you're going to do. You may be considering any number of extreme decisions, ranging from short-term band-aids to more permanent solutions. However, as dark and bleak as your situation is, so too must our tools be bright and revolutionary. So whether you're tired and looking for more energy and enthusiasm for life, or maybe you're lonely and isolated but want better relationships, let me tell you that for these things and so much more, my breakthrough program of Explorations to explore the universe and beyond really works. It's worked for elite performance athletes, critically acclaimed artists, best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and for thousands of others just like you. I have been blessed by the universe for a brief moment that I now command upwards of $50,000 for speaking engagements. But through the technology of this program, you can hire me, Leslie Tanner, as your personal therapist, coach, and guru, all rolled into one at the Community of Devoted Light
on patreon.com.
where you and thousands of others just like you are learning to leverage the chaos around them to catapult their lives to heights that were previously unimaginable. Here's how it works. I've created a tightly knit community where individuals seeking to access the next level are able to study, reflect, meditate, and grow with an ever-expanding library of exclusive materials, each containing life-changing tools and techniques designed to explore topics covered here in our call-in show, but much more deeply, therefore increasing the benefits of the program exponentially. These materials include your name in the credits at the end of the stream, demonstrating the importance of your leadership and the value of your investment. A signed personal postcard sent out each month full of observations and witticisms by me, Leslie Tanner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Exclusive video materials not available to the poor, designed to rocket your progress past those who cannot afford success. Here's a little sneak peek at what you're missing. Today we have a very special guest, Edgar. Edgar, why don't you go ahead and say a little something about yourself?
Hi, My name's Edgar. I used to be a meth addict, and now
Used to be.
Yeah, yep. And now I'm high on life.
Edgar, be honest.
Okay, I'm high.
Downloads of all specially crafted music used in our productions here and elsewhere that have accompanied your journey thus far. Tracks such as New Beginnings, Psychic Romance, Reaching into Darkness, or The Skeptic's Gamble. Exclusive archival prints, such as these, channeled and honed by myself, Leslie Tanner, upon which you can guide your own meditations at home. I'm not an artist, nor do I claim to be. These visions are a burden and cause me immense suffering. But I do it for you. Now, you might expect that a program like this would cost thousands of dollars, but because I'm offering this to you through the internet, these life-transforming materials can be yours for the monthly cost of a few cups of coffee on your way to work. With access to these materials, regardless of your level of investment, you will also be receiving a complimentary download of our landmark track, The Sojourn Begins, as a thank you. So does this sound good to you? Well, what are you waiting for? If you are ready to join the thousands of others who have already committed to the final journey to access the next level, simply type Final Journey into the chat and you will be guided with further instructions. One thing I can promise you is that however massive your problems are, however abject and humiliating your life has become, I have created something so simple yet so profound in this program, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted by the results. Now, let's get back to the program. Namaste.
Namaste, everybody. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie, host and creator and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Now, that was just a couple words about my community of devoted light at patreon.com. Now, so the most recent post I made on there, just to give you a little taste, a little idea of what you're missing out on if you are not yet a member. I recently went and did a photo shoot, brand new photo shoot. A lot of things happening over here, a lot of things that are moving forward for us. By forward, of course, I mean that in a Leslian sense, which is really in no direction, for no reason, for no amount of time, really. Sort of just an undulating and sort of collapse at the same time on itself. But I went and got a photo shoot for the collapse. And really tremendous bespoke images. I'm sure some of you who could, I did eat a snack. I ate some rotisserie chicken. I ate a rotisserie chicken for dinner tonight. It's fantastic. Wonderful stuff. Jewel, if you're in the Chicago area or in Illinois, maybe in Indiana, Northwest Indiana, and you haven't yet tried out Jewel Chicken, ladies and gentlemen, I'd love to get sponsored by Jewel and Jewel Chicken maybe. But guys, I go ahead. If you're wondering if the podcast's worth it, if you're wondering if the pictures that I posted are worth it, if you're wondering if the postcards are worth it, just go ahead and ask them. Go ahead and ask everybody right now in the community of Devoted Light whether it's worth it. Now, Bit Wars, I saw you say that you were hungry for that shirt. Now, let me go ahead and drop that link one more time in the chat. Now, guys, remember, with the pre-order of this shirt, they'll be going out next month. With the pre-order of this shirt, I will be giving you a coupon code for 1 free month, unlimited access to the $5 tier at the Community of Devoted Light. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You can be a part of my inner circle for 30 days for free. Test it out. See if it's for you. See if it doesn't transform your life from the ground up, and be a part of the ground level, the backbone of something that will truly transform not just you, but the lives of everyone that it touches. Namaste. Jewel Chicken, Jewel and Lowry's. Sprinkle some Lowry's on it. Now that we should have a segment like that. I don't know what that would be, but yeah, I've got like something jammed in my tooth. It's fucking driving me nuts. Now, is Mother Nipplebottom still around, or she just kind of Does she just kind of pop in and pop out? Mother Nipple Bomb still around? Namaste for that very extremely generous 25 gifted community subs. Again, Mother Nipple Bottom truly understanding the value of the program, the value that it offers this world, and how it's, we've barely begun to get started here. We've barely begun to birth what we will look back when this is all over, ladies and gentlemen, and it will be over. Here we go. Mother Nipple Bomb saying, merch is going to get us closer to double bathtubs, guys. Merch is going to get us closer to double bathtubs, guys. Listen, and I don't think it needs to even be said, but I'm going to say it anyway. Mother Nipple Bottom, at least 2 tubs. 2 tubs in that household. Somebody doesn't pop in and drop 25 gifted community subs without 2 tubs in that house. Namaste. Namaste. Take a page out of her book. Fran Weard, members of the Devoted Light Level gain access to a special channel where we talk about boys in which explorers we hate the most. That's right. You do get access to a very exclusive Discord channel, the channel of Devoted Light. A hypocryptomatic, you have the meat of an innocent animal in your teeth, predator. Well, innocence, you don't know what you're talking about. Also, have you ever seen chickens on a farm? They're a bunch of rapists. Chickens are rapists. Carlos Ochoa, namaste. YouTube.com. Brother, how you doing? It's great to have you. Great to see you. Thank you for joining us formally at Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the most effective personal power program in the country. Namaste. Guys, can we get some namastes to Carlos over at YouTube? I'm talking to everybody at Twitch. Guys, send out some namastes from Twitch to YouTube, across the internet. Let me see them. Let me see them for Carlos. Namaste. So, guys, let's go ahead and open the line back up. Pre-breakfast, throwing a namaste over to Carlos from Twitch to YouTube. Wow. Peppercorn Patty sending out some namaste. Stone Monster. Purr. We got some beautiful namastes coming in from some beautiful explorers. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. I'm just texting Not Mish real quick because my roommate she's locked out of the house. And I'm not going to get her in. I'm not going to let her in. She does this shit to me all the time. She when I say I'm locked out, she's who Lord knows. Lord knows what the F she's doing. She's throwing my keys out in the fucking woods is probably what she's doing. So right now she's at the front door and I'm not letting her in. Mother Nova, squirting is you doing a bad job and taking too long. You are punching a bladder with your whatever. For fuck's sake. Interesting angle. Now, I think I'm going to take so you don't think that, you don't believe in that stuff that I said? That it's basically Christ, commuting bread to his flesh via divine miracle. I say that it's divine transformation by the divine feminine, transformation from PP to something else. Ugh. 708-240-8953. We're shy tonight, huh, ladies and gentlemen? We are shy tonight. So Mother Neville, you're taking, I'd love to hear you expound on that, taking the opposite side of the discussion, saying that squirt is satanic. I understand that. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
It's me, Dinky. Hi, Guru.
Yep, hello. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Dinky the Dick Destroyer on the line. Namaste, Dinky. It's great to hear from you. How you doing?
I'm doing good, which means I'm doing bad.
Okay, interesting. And talk to me about that. Why? I hate to hear that you're doing bad. I don't know how you would prefer me to phrase this, but it sounds like you're doing bad, and I care about that. What's going on over there with you, Dinky? What's going on in your personal life?
Well, I was ready to tuck into a wonderful show of Leslie Tanner, and then I saw the topic, and it stirred something in me.
Mother Nibblebottom with a communal vision and a perspective I'm sure is going to be really useful. I worship Mish. I will let her in because she is the only light in my life. Without Mish, I am less of a human. I will let her in now. Be right back. You're not strong enough for the door. You're not strong enough for the door. I'll tell you that right now. And if you enter my home, Mother Nibblebottom, if you enter my home without my consent, without my approval, let's just say I don't play games. Let's just say I'm armed.
You'd have justification to stab her with a bloody knife.
Right, for instance. But I would just have a gun. I would just have a gun.
It would be a defense situation. You'd worry for your life.
Yeah, I would just shoot you with a gun. Legally speaking, I could do that. I can go crazy with it, and I can go way above and beyond. The judges love me here. No, now Dinky. So the idea of because you're kind of like Jen in that respect. Yeah, I threw the idea to Jen about happy families, and she said she was going to throw up.
Yeah, when I heard it, I wanted to come and stab you 100 times with a bloody knife.
Oh, so bad. So even just bringing it up makes you want to hurt me physically.
That's right.
Now, do you feel like a kinship with Hypocryptomatic, Dinky?
We're both clowns. We've both been exiled from the Juggalo community for being too intense and wanting to murder everyone.
Interesting. Now, tell me, let's just get down to brass tacks. Let's not mess around anymore, okay, Dinky? Is that all right with you? Can I take you to task?
Yeah, I love putting tacks in people's fingers to torture them, so I would love to do this.
So tax, kind of a little game. You took the word task and made tax, in case anybody missed that. Anyway, listen, we're talking about happy families. Dinky, we've seen you, in and out. We've seen you perform on Infatuations. We've heard your calls. Real quick, Framwayard says, hey, Dinky, what's your favorite flavor of Big Shot?
I like pineapple flavor. That was one of the reasons that they kicked me out of the Juggalos.
Interesting. Is it still satanic if you eat it face down, ass up? Carlos, yes. Good question. Now, Dinky. We're familiar with you. We've grown close to you over the years. But talk to me right now, Dinky. We know very little about what it was like for little Dinky growing up in the Dinky family household.
That's right. My dad used to hit me and chase me around, and my mother would scream very loud.
Okay, so your dad used to hit you, you say?
That's right.
That's terrible. He'd hit you. What would he hit you with? Would he hit you with his fists? Would he spank you? Would he hit you in the face? Where would he hit you?
He would pull down my pants and slap me on the ass with a belt.
Hypocryptomatic just said the word dinks. Any response?
Hi, Hypocryptomatic. I like you. I want to chase you around with a bloody knife and murder you.
Okay. So Dinky, so your dad beat your ass with a belt and your mom screamed. What was the content of that scream? How did she scream? What did she scream in reaction to? Talk to me about that.
She just screamed. It was to any stimuli available. She would drink a lot of alcohol and get very, very trashed and scream about her life and her failures and her children.
Does she see her children as one of her failures?
I guess so. I don't think she's happy that I grew up to be a killer clown. But who knows, because she's dead and in the ground.
How'd she die? How'd she die, Dinky?
I stabbed her with a bloody knife.
So you murdered your mom, and is your dad with us still?
He is. He's in prison.
What is he in prison for?
He's in prison for murdering my mom.
Wow.
They
Listen,
didn't think
I
it
gotta
was a
say,
little kid.
I gotta say, Dinky, I underestimated you.
Does that mean you overestimated me?
No. I don't think what your emotional stuff that makes good stuff bad and bad stuff good, I don't think that applies to everything.
Oh.
Like
Okay.
if you need to go get your jacket that you left upstairs, would you go downstairs?
I'm that twisted.
So if you went to go get a jacket, if I'm hearing you right, like everybody's in a rush. Everybody's like, "Hey, our reservation at Chili's is in 20 minutes. We got to get a move on," and you got to run in and get your jacket. You would go downstairs instead of knowing that it was upstairs.
I would go downstairs and then I would return without the jacket and say, actually, I wanted to not find it. And then I stopped getting invited to going to the Chili's.
And has this happened to you before?
Yes. That's why I don't spend time with people except when I murder them.
So if you were, let's put you in another scenario, right? Because I'm just trying to understand a little more closely as a therapist, Dinky. So you were abused, right? You were physically abused. You were neglected emotionally. Was there any sort of sexual abuse that went on?
I don't like sexual stuff.
Okay, so that's a yes. That's a strong.
I'm ace.
That's a yes. Okay. So let's just let's put you at like at a lids, right? You're at a lids and you're trying on fitted hats because there's a really nice deal at a lids, right? Do you like hats, baseball hats?
Yes, I have one with the hatchet murdering juggalo.
Okay, so let's say you're there, you're at a lids getting the hatchet murdering juggalo fitted hat. And
purple and green.
You put on a 7.5, right? And the 7.5 is too small. The guy that works there says you got to try a 7 5/8. And so at that point, what would you do?
Tell him that actually I need a smaller size.
And then you try that on. Okay, I just want to get a better idea. So you were physically beaten, whipped with a belt. Your mom neglected you, screamed at you. There's some sort of vague sexual abuse in your childhood. So fast forward, put you at a lids. Trying a hat, doesn't fit. You need a bigger one. You get a smaller one. You try on that one. The employee looks at you, and then, obviously this hat didn't fit. What do you then do?
Check out at the register.
That truly is twisted. Truly a twisted, almost complete, completely gone, psychotic mind. Well,
you want to hear the cherry on top?
Sure.
I wouldn't get a receipt, so I couldn't return it later.
Trans rights, username trans rights, explore real estate agent. Now, I'd love to see some more. I'd love to see some more trans people, trying to sell, flip houses and whatnot. Let's get y'all in there, right? Let's get y'all into to flipping houses and maybe get some selling some Airbnbs and stuff. Namaste. Trans rights, blessings, and namaste.
They're too busy being software engineers.
Yep. Well, I'm just saying, there's a world out there, and I love diversity. I'm drawn to diversity, so I just, in my mind's eye, imagine that. So listen, give me the cherry on the top. I didn't hear it. I don't know if you said it. I wasn't listening, but we're at the lids. You're getting a hat that's way too small because you're a psycho killer clown who good stuff is bad and bad stuff is good. And then what's the cherry on top at lids?
I don't get a receipt, so I can't return it later.
Wow. Now that is, I've seen a lot of dark stuff here in my time as a therapist, but Dinky, that's chilling. That's really chill. That's really something. I appreciate you sharing all that with us. Very vulnerable of you.
Thank you for letting me share my story, Guru. The program works. Namaste.
100%, Dinky. Namaste. We've all seen those documentaries about serial killers and, these freaks with all these disorders and, how they were this, that, and the othered. ZXC, our resident analog glitch artist, joining us at the end of the month. We're doing a special meditations, very special meditations with that ZXC, guys. Growth to Nowhere Telethon, August 30th. ZXC will be there. Improvising with me and our Explorations composer, Brandon McGee, will be improvising guided meditations that day. It'll be a very exciting day. You're not going to want to miss it. Thanks for being with us, ZXC. I've seen some dark stuff, guys, but that Dinky... I'll bet he's autistic, too. I'm just calling it. I know you guys know what I'm talking about? Do you feel it? Can I see some ones in the chat if you agree, two if you think I'm wrong? But I'm going with Dinky's autistic to boot. I think there's something else going on in addition to all the really, really profound trauma and whatnot. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you?
You can call me Juniper.
Jennifer, how are you doing tonight, Jennifer?
Juniper.
Juniper, like the little berry.
Yeah. I called, I think last month for the first time. Maybe it was a month before.
Oh, it's great to have you back, Juniper. Hey, how you doing?
I'm actually feeling pretty good tonight. Yeah.
Actually feeling really good. I love that. Yeah. Juniper. You got a really nice voice, I got to say.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Obviously, I think you do as well. That's part of why I'm such a big fan of the program.
Oh my goodness gracious, Juniper! You flatter me. Well, Juniper, you've been here. You've been a part of the program. You basically know what the gig is, right? Do you mind if I just take you right to task, Juniper, since you're a little experienced here?
Please.
Okay. So tonight we're talking about happy families.
Okay.
Juniper, we've heard a lot of kind of similar stories. People that are drawn to this program, and it doesn't surprise me. A lot of people that are drawn to this program were pretty significantly abused as children.
Right.
Anywhere between, physical, emotional, spiritual, sexual, or just plain old neglect, right? That can do a number. Real quick affirmation for women. If you get some rose water and just kind of hide it from yourself, hide it. It's such a fun activity year round. One more. That wasn't my strongest. I can dig a little deeper for women. One moment. Rose water will absolutely demolish your pH, vaginally speaking. So if you're looking to just really fuck shit up, just guzzle some rose water down the old hooch hole. Okay, continue. Juniper, we're talking about happy families. We've heard a lot of similar stories. What kind of story do you have for us? Happy family. Well, first of all, what's your idea of a happy family? Let's do what we did with the earlier callers.
Good question.
What's a happy family to you?
I mean, just like a group of people who are caring for each other and just making each other happy, growing alongside one another, I guess.
Okay, yeah. So you're taking a very emotional angle on this. So a lot of, some of the other callers they've called, and I don't know if you heard their calls, but they had a lot of material things, a lot of visual things, right? Things that they maybe learned in a movie or learned in a TV show.
Right.
But
you're
you're
like kind of getting like poetic with it, like
you're getting poetic
like this. Oh, interesting. Because see, I took a poetry class once and college, and they,
can tell.
my professor told me it was all about the sensory information, kind of the thing that you're saying other people have been talking about. So
Phil Z74,
maybe
I
they're the
poop
poetic
on
ones.
my blueberry bushes. Yum. Thanks so much, Phil. Explorer of the month, by the way, Phil Z. Blessings and namaste to Phil Z74, our Explorer of the month. Special little guy for us this month. Okay, so I didn't mean to talk over you, Juniper.
No, not at all.
But let's get back to this happy family stuff. Happy family. So emotionally speaking, you got a good core, by which to sort of define the real mechanism of the happiness in a family. Now, let's take that mechanism and plug it into your mind and take some further steps. Let's flesh out this family. Where do they live? What does this family look like? How many of them are gay? Is it multiracial? Do they live in a warehouse? What kind of situation? What are we talking about?
I'm going to say that a range of ages, and they live in the middle of nowhere for sure. But close to half are gay, at least.
Close.
At least, definitely.
You got to be careful about where you getting. That's I respect that, because you got to stop at that halfway point sometimes. You think it's going to be good to get all over that halfway hump, become a majority. It's not so good all the time, is it?
No. There's a certain kind of comfort that can be taken in, like, being like the underdog in that way, for sure.
Yeah. And then have you ever been in one of these queer majority spaces?
I have, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. And because I do a lot of work. I do a lot of work in these spaces, and I can tell you, for one, I'm not saying it's necessarily worse than a mixed group public area. But it's not better. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. As tempting as it is to go down that road with you, because I can feel a resonance here with you. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look back at Happy Family. So we got not quite half, almost half, not quite wise, and then they're out in the middle of nowhere. Talk to me. What does that middle of nowhere look like to you?
I can't decide if it would be like prairie or forest, but one of those biomes. I'm not really picturing like, anything mountainy, for example, or even like coastal. Yeah. Like, it's specifically thinking like, when I think of like the middle of nowhere, like those are the kind of locations that I think of.
Prairie or forest, was it?
Yeah.
Prairie, forest. Let's pick prairie, right? People don't talk about prairies enough.
I've heard that, like, I'm picturing the kind of prairie that, because I know I've been to some areas in the Midwest, and like some places there's like little scattered trees like here and there, but I'm picturing like, no, you get nothing. You get the kind of open sky that like you hear used to give people like the prairie madness, where they just get so overwhelmed, like they're just kind of lose it.
Right. You getting in the, I felt that way in Nebraska.
Really? I've never been.
Yeah, I felt that way in Nebraska.
Sense.
I felt like originally I'm from Indiana, and in Indiana there's like just tree lines, more tree lines in general than what I saw in Nebraska. Nebraska was just a very expansive, flat zone, and it kind of gave me this like weird vertigo, like and like kind of like an existential vertigo.
Yeah, that makes sense, because I get kind of freaked out, honestly. I've come to like how bare trees look in the winter over time. I've come to like it a lot, but like I get freaked out by just how much sky there is in the winter. Like you can't really like, I don't know. This time of year, it feels so sheltering, the shade of trees, and so I imagine that not having that must be quite disarming, alarming.
Now let's put that family. Let's put that happy family. 49% gay family. Variety of ages. Let's put them under one of those trees. Let's give them a picnic. What are they eating?
Fruit.
Fruit. What kind of fruit? Berries? Watermelon? Melons? Talk to me. Flesh that out.
Yeah, I was thinking actually kind of all of those things. I was picturing like grapes, cantaloupe, and possibly berries, but I'm having a hard time deciding what kind of berries.
Yeah, it's tough.
I don't think they're strawberries. Strawberries for some reason feel like they almost have like a sexual energy to them, you know? Like it's too saucy. Like
you slice that strawberry in half. What does it look like?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It looks like a pussy, to finish that thought.
Yeah.
Just like as if a pussy was a vagina, so to speak, was just opened up. I'm just saying that to clear that up for those in the chat that maybe don't know what the inside of a strawberry or a vagina look like. And part of my role here is educational, to kind of just put it directly. Hypocryptomatic caller, Rumi's field out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing. There is a field. I'll meet you there.
Love that.
Yeah. So listen, we did a pretty good job fleshing out this happy family picnic, middle of nowhere, sparsely, sparse, trees, like a prairie. Now, talk to me. What was your family like growing up, Juniper? Philzy74 though, with a quick communal vision. I'd say dingleberries, but that'd just be silly. It would, and it would kind of fuck up what we were doing. So thanks for not saying it, but then also you kind of did say it, which now I'm like talking about it, and that's even worse. So Explorer of the Month, I appreciate your efforts and perspective here, but if we could tighten it up, Phil, that was inappropriate. Continue. What was your family like growing up, Juniper?
Growing up, I had like a pretty big family. Like, I was one of 3 kids. My parents were my mom was still actively Catholic, but so they had big families, and so spent a lot of time just around a pretty big group of people, but it kind of waned as I was growing up, so it was kind of weird. So it went from feeling there was so many people around all the time, that it was a bit much, to then oh wow, doesn't really happen anymore.
So there was a sense of family, what I'm hearing, evolved in such a way that it's just you're wondering, where did it go? Is that accurate?
Yeah.
So what was it when it was together at an early? What happened? What happened there? What happened? Why did it vanish? What's going on?
Well, a lot of heavy smokers and drinkers, to be honest.
Alcoholics?
Yeah.
Substance abuse, mental illness. What's going on? Give me your little take. What's going on there? Keep it short. Keep it short.
Something involving substances that is impenetrable to understand, except for that person who's going through it. Where, and they're clinging to that fact, obstructs any attempts to kind of process or penetrate through to get through to them.
Interesting. So let's put your family against this family, this sort of absence of family. Let's put it against this idea of a happy family under the tree, right? Eating non-strawberries, pretty gay, variety of ages. The wind, is sort of, tickles the leaves of the tree. How does your current family situation compare to that? And how does that make you feel?
Good question. I don't know. I get along with my mom pretty well, which is nice. And so, we, I would, go on a picnic with her, but, it's not that I would refuse to go on a picnic with, my siblings, but I wouldn't, it wouldn't be, something I would, push for myself, But, so in a way, it's it's fine, that it's not the same way, because I think that we've just kind of gotten to the age where we've just kind of learned we kind of just don't really enjoy being around each other. That's fine. It's
interesting.
Kind of whatever.
So how does that make you feel, though? How does that emotionally make you feel? What's that like?
Hard to explain. I don't know, because I'm kind of at peace with it at this point. It's just is what it is. So I don't know. I guess it feels good having gotten to that point. I don't know. It's hard to put into words.
Interesting. Do you have a significant other?
I do. Yeah.
What's that like?
Complicated.
There we go. Listen. There's more to, I think, listen, Juniper, I want to say this one thing before we wrap up. The therapeutic process by design takes time, right? Takes time. That is one of the main ingredients, right?
True. Yeah, for sure.
And something tells me that if we talked again, which I hope we do, we're going to discover that there's a little more to the story than what you're sharing with us right now.
Oh, I mean, I'm excited to explore. I feel powerful.
Now, during your conversation, our conversation, talking about your family not being that bad, but planting the seed of alcoholism, and then to me, it sounded like the peaceful tale of a generator, sort of just getting powered down gradually, and not even in a bad way. I don't mean this in a derogatory, negative way, but that's what it felt like to me, right? But then right at the end, you said that word complicated. Jake the Skibby, namaste to you. Jake the Skibby, namaste to you. Welcome. You said that word complicated, and you know what I felt?
What's that?
I felt a charge. I felt a chug. I felt the engine that I thought was powering down show signs of a path to power, a path to potential. Now I say this, and there's no rush to the power of the next level, because that's part of it. It's just there's nothing to accomplish, nothing to achieve. But I can guarantee you, though, if you keep working here at the program, Juniper, we are going to unlock something very special in you. I can feel it.
I feel it too, Leslie. Thank you.
Absolutely, Juniper. Thank you so much for the call tonight. I really appreciate your very vulnerable and genuine contributions tonight.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for all that you do.
Of course. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Namaste, Juniper.
Have a wonderful night.
You too. Say namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. There we go. Close it out with a namaste. See, that's how you do it. A lot of you guys fuck up the entire call by not saying namaste at the end. Juniper nailed it. Sometimes you can have a great call and you don't say namaste like Toaster, and then everything is just, you might as well just butt fuck the entire stream. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Hello, yes. Is this Mr. Leslie Tanner?
It is indeed. Who am I speaking to?
Hi, you're speaking with Dr. Moore Van Finkelstein of Baptist Hope Memorial Hospital. How are you tonight, sir?
I'm great. Very formal introduction. You are on Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the most effective personal power program in the country. What can I do for you, doctor?
Well, I'm sorry to, if this is a bad time, you can let me know, but I have some upsetting news about your brother Larry.
What
Is this
what
a
happened?
good time to talk?
What happened?
Well, there had been an accident. He had involved hot dogs, eating too many of them. He's in a coma, and it doesn't look like he's going to make it. And he had some final requests and some final words that he wanted to bestow on his family. And as part of the Hippocratic Oath, I felt obligated to call.
All right. Go ahead.
Number one, his final words, and just forgive me, I wrote them down here. Hold on. It's never easy part of the job, but his final words were, the program sucks. It doesn't work. Don't come to my funeral. You should focus on making a girl squirt for the first time if you can find your penis for the first time. He also requested that all his belongings do not go to you. Are you signing off on that? It's just a bunch of different Beanie Babies that he brought to the hospital.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll be by to pick him up. So
Okay,
is
you'll
tomorrow
have to
okay?
Well, the hospital's closed tomorrow, but if you could bring a
The
photo
hospital is
identification,
closed?
the electricity bill.
The hospital is closed.
If you could come on Sunday, they'll turn the electricity back on. Your
Saturday,
brother
the
will.
hospital is closed. I've never heard of a hospital being closed.
You've never heard of businesses that need to take the time to get a rest and a recharge so they can come back and cure their patients. I guess you just expect us to be
That's why you have
autonomous
multiple
robots.
people on the shift, doctor. Listen, no. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I didn't like my brother, but I will be there tomorrow. Open or close. You've been terminated. I need a second. Namaste. I didn't like him. We didn't get along. Very different people. Always have been. I will be getting the Beanie Bays tomorrow, in case the doctor's listening. 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome to Exploration with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Hey, Leslie, this is Bit Wars.
Bit Wars. Welcome back to the program, Big Dog. How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. How are you?
I'm on cloud nine. I'm having a great night, Bit Wars. It's great to hear from you.
Thank you. It's always nice to tune into the show.
Well, talk to me, Bit Wars. Tonight we're talking about happy families. Happy families. What comes to mind? I say happy family. Every single person that has called up tonight has had some version of a story of not being from a happy family. Bit Wars. Does that include you tonight?
Unfortunately. I recently wrote off my family, actually. I'm just surrounded by a bunch of crazy people. It's weird.
It is weird. It is weird. And we got to keep that in mind. It's weird to be mentally ill. Don't ever let anybody tell you that it's normal to be mentally ill.
It seems normal because it seems so common.
Well, it's because your life sucks.
I'm happy. I'm happy.
Oh, are you?
I feel better without them in my life.
Oh, I'm sure.
At least
I'm sure. Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah, that's a very, that's a powerful move. It's funny when sometimes people talk about, I've heard this before where somebody will say like, yeah, I had to stop talking to my family and cut my parents off. And somebody's aghast, right? Have you experienced this where somebody says, oh my gosh, how could you possibly do that? Have you had some version of that?
Well, yeah. I mean, I had plenty of reasons to fucking write off especially my mother, for like years, decades. And this is the first time I've ever even said, I was like, I'm done. I was like, don't ever fucking talk to me again. I was over it. And unfortunately, it was over text, so I didn't get to see the reaction. But I don't think that. I think she treated what I said seriously because it's out of character for me to. I've never said it before. So
you never said what before? Wait, say it again.
I never like threatened to like cut off anyone out of my life, any of my family before. And so to really drive in the point of, how their behavior was not acceptable to me, to create that boundary for myself. I was like, you fucked up. Don't ever fucking talk to me.
And how did they react when you said that?
They told me to look in the mirror. And I was like, you're out of your mind. I'll give you a little bit more detail. So my mom had to she had to get like a medical procedure done. Mm-hmm. And she needed a place to stay. And I've got 2 baths. So I'm ready to take her in, no problem.
2 baths.
And
you're a 2-tubber. You got a 2-tub lifestyle.
2 tubs, yeah.
Beautiful.
So I'm like, it's sort of fun. And then my brother was the one who took her to the procedure that she had to go get done, and he was upset with me because I ended up having the day off. And he took the day off. He had to use PTO, and he got upset at me because he was just like, "You're telling me that you could have done this the whole time or whatever." I was like, "Bro, you offered to go. I'm not going to stop you from, volunteering to take her to this thing."
Right.
And so, if you're going to do it, then do it. I didn't even know what the fuck day I had off. I've been so fucking busy at work. I was just like, oh, I have a day off. And then they come in, and I'm like, oh, shit, I forgot. I'm taking you in tonight. That's fine. So first thing I do, I'm like, are you hungry? You want something to eat? I made her some fresh biscuits and gravy. And she was, very happy about that. And then it turned into a conversation of, well, when can you take me home tomorrow? And I'm like, shit, I gotta work tomorrow. God forbid that my job comes in between her being taken home at a time that she would like. And so I was like, listen, I'll try and call out of work tomorrow. And then I realized I had something super important that I couldn't call out of work. So I was like, listen, I'll have to take you home after 6, after I get off of work. Not good enough for her. She got so pissed with me over that. So that's how mentally ill she is. She was just completely, absolutely living with me. That she's like, just take me home now.
Phil Z74 with a quick communal vision. Phil Z74, just curious, would and or do you kiss your brother?
No. I'd expect better out of the Explorer than that, honestly. I don't appreciate that question. But anyway, long story short, it was an awkward, hour drive to take her back home. She completely ignored me, didn't respond to anything I had to say, shut the door in my face when I dropped her off home when I told her I needed to go inside to grab a couple things. And I said, okay, that's it. And on the way home, I'm just stewing. And I know that I was just going to be stewing in my own mind if I didn't stick up for myself. And I was like, that's it. And I just sent a text and I said, listen, the way you treated me was not okay. In fact, don't ever fucking talk to me again.
If you could go back,
and that was that.
Namaste, Space Cat 3 rating. Space Cat 3 rating us tonight. Namaste, right in the middle of talking to Brother Bit Wars about his not so happy family. Namaste.
Welcome, Raiders.
Space Cat 3, welcome on in. We're talking about happy families tonight. Namaste to all of you. Welcome on in. Now listen, I want to throw this to you, okay? If you could go back and in your mind's eye just rewrite, give dialogue to your mom, give stage directions to your mom, direct it like one of your favorite directors, right? Who's your favorite director?
Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick. But maybe that's not a great idea. That's not a good one. M. Robert Kopp Explorer has a tail and a long vagina. It comes far up into their abdomen. Hi, Guru. Are we getting the hot dog back yet? Namaste. Somebody time out M. Robert Kopp. Somebody time out M. Robert. I'm not doing that tonight. I'm not doing that. Go ahead and somebody please time out M. Robert Kopp for a period of time of your choosing. Now back to you. So Stanley Kubrick, dark, cosmic. Let's go ahead and maybe. Well, who's your second favorite?
Oh, I don't know. Steven Spielberg.
Okay, yeah, sure, okay. That's gonna be more useful for this. Okay, pretend you're Steven Spielberg and you're directing your mom to be loving, right? As if you were from a happy family. And what would that look like? Let me see. How about this?
She would be like all my friends' moms were growing up, where they're like, you don't have to walk around eggshells. She would just be more relaxed and, wouldn't take everything as a personal attack and wouldn't overreact. Yeah, it'd be pretty much like that.
Let's go ahead and okay, so I'm seeing in the big picture, I'm definitely seeing what you're saying. Your friends' moms were better than your mom.
Yeah, in a lot of regards. Of course, their moms didn't, keep me fed and housed, but...
What was that?
I said that my friends' moms didn't keep me fed and housed. I appreciate her for that. But
did your friends' moms have children that they didn't feed and house? Because that's not a very high bar.
No, that's true. Well, see, that's how fucked up my mom's life was, and I've given her a bone for that her whole life. She literally ate out of the dumpster when she was a kid. She her family. She had a mom who was schizophrenic, and she got fucked up. I get it, but she tried to give us a normal life, and she worked and she gave us a good place. For the most part, it was just she was so fucked up from when she was young that you can only become so normal.
Phil Z74, wait. I'm quite happy to have an ugly mom so she doesn't hit on my friends. All right. Sounds good. Thanks so much, Phil Z74, saying
That's a
happy
good
to
point.
have an ugly mom that doesn't try to
I
have
felt
sex
bad.
with his friends. What were you saying?
I felt bad for my friends who had hot moms because we would make so many fucking comments like, dude, your mom, like, I would bang your mom so hard, dude.
I wish her breasts had a vagina. I'd have sex with her breasts, and something like that. Was that the kind of locker room talk you guys use?
I guess so, but we were like in 7th grade, when the moms were still really.
Real quick quote.
I would be such a strong and resilient handicapped person, but sadly, I may go my whole life without anyone ever knowing that about me.
Namaste. That's true. Now,
And you know what?
Bit Wars, brother.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not being too real.
No. No, this is perfect. This is exactly what we need to be talking about today. I appreciate this. Now, well, I want to take you to because you've got this path that you're sharing. This path that you go in your mind, in your heart, that largely you go in largely by yourself, but you're sharing it with me and with the community tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Now, within this path that you know very well, it is my job to point out where along this path of yours there is the beginning of a trail. A trail that goes where? A trail to the next level.
Okay, yeah. I thought you were going to say nowhere.
Trail. Yeah, I mean, to the next level is nowhere. So yeah, basically, yeah, those are the same thing. Yeah, that's so funny you said that. You've caught on very quickly, Bit Wars. Now,
thank you.
I'll tell you where the path isn't, and I'm going to give you an idea of where it is.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you this. Well, no, I won't, because you've been terminated. Okay. Namaste. That was going to be really good stuff. Namaste to brother Bit Wars. Blessings and namaste to you. We got one. What was it? This is going to be our final caller for the night. Namaste, everybody. Oh, my goodness. Goodness gracious, caller, we have begun a Jazz Express. Namaste to you, okay? You want to perform this Jazz Express with me, or do you want to just kind of wait on hold?
I'll wait.
Okay, I'll be right back with you, okay?
What is Jazz Express?
You'll see it on the screen, just don't talk. Thank you so much to Brian Tiss with the 1,000 bits. Make it stop. Talk about sandwiches. Brian Tiss. Hope sandwiches represent the path to the next level. Sandwiches. Maybe there will be. Should I pack sandwiches for my sojourn to unlock and unleash the power within? Bit Wars, gifting a community sub. Brother, generous beyond words. Brother of devoted life, Bit Wars. Namaste to you. Namaste. Oh, Lord. Sometimes you got to take it back a little bit, right, ladies and gentlemen? Sometimes you got to take that energy. You got to take that energy, that drive. You got to take that electricity. You got to put it in a battery. What kind of battery? You could put it in a car battery. Yeah, sure. But ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you don't need a car battery. Sometimes that late night sensuality runs on double A's. Sometimes that late night sensuality, that rub, that tug, that tickle, that squeal runs on AA batteries. You know what I mean. Talk about a vibrator. To hook that vibrator up to a car battery, now we're asking questions that have no answers here on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. That's what AA batteries would sound like. That's what AA battery. Now imagine you take that vibrator that we were discussing earlier. Hook that up. Go ahead. Hook that up to a car battery. What's that sound like? Isabel, you still there? Isabel, you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please keep holding.
Okay.
Not done with the Jazz Express yet. Toot, toot, what's in the back car? Toot, toot, what's in the back car? Vaginal return. Yes, hypercryptomatic. I just got a power shut off notice. Toot toot. And you know what's kind of funny about that ladies and gentlemen, how many other streams are you going to go up to and find somebody spending money on the stream in order to communicate to the community via a bit redeem that they just got a power shut-off notice? That's beautiful. That's the power of the program. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get some namaste in chat for Sister Hypocryptomatic right now? Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. How you doing, Isabeau?
Hi, Leslie.
Wonderful to hear you. Listen, what?
You know, I was looking forward to what's something I can call you, but you already know what to call me, don't you? Because I'm an idiot, and I gave my government name to this fucking show.
Well,
and
your
everybody
first name,
knows
you didn't give
who
the rest
I
of it.
am, apparently.
You didn't
So yeah, hi, it's me, Isabeau.
Yeah, you've said it several times on air.
Yeah, hi. What's up?
It's great to hear from you, Isabeau. Well, tonight we're talking about happy families. Did you come from a happy family?
Leslie, I have no family. I'm an only child, single mom.
Only child, single mom. What happened to the parents, huh?
Well, they split up, you know. They met in Reno. That's where it was conceived. For a while, that's where I lived, in Vegas. I was a Vegas child, and my dad was a piece of shit. I was told he was a part of the Hells Angels, the motorcycle gang.
Yeah, sure.
And he did some shady shit. He was a loan shark. He would bust those kneecaps in. I don't know. I met him one time when I was 7.
And did you guys
Vegas.
Did you play tag?
Well, apparently we had a whole day all together. We went to a mini golf course and stuff. It's blocked out of my memory. All I remember is opening the door and going, "Oh my God, it's my dad!" And then the rest of the day is a complete blur.
Look at that. So the answer.
Welcome to my life.
So the answer is no to that. Answer is a big no to that, Isabeau.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
That's a yeah, no.
Philzy74, caller, you seem like a stand-up character. Have you ever considered your family? Well, quick affirmation for Brian Tis.
Less suffering. I don't want to bully you. I want to be best friends with you, first of all. Let's get that straight.
Communal vision from Philzy74, caller, you seem like a stand-up character. Have you considered your family left because they were jealous of you?
What have you considered? Oh, you know, if I had a family to begin with, I would think that. Absolutely.
Yeah, that would mean that they knew anything about you, but they didn't.
Yeah,
they
they never even knew.
They didn't care
and
enough for that.
My mom, she's like, "When are you gonna have kids? When are you gonna have a baby?" And I said, never, Mom. Every time we go to fucking Olive Garden, dude, that's all she talks about. She's like, "When are you gonna have a baby? When are you gonna have a kid?" I'm not kidding. It's so embarrassing. I have to get loud. I have to be like, "Mom, stop. I'm not having a baby."
Pepperoncini, quick communal vision. How far into the handle of peppermint schnapps, Phil Z? Celebrate your 50th? Affirmation for days. Listen, if you haven't graduated from peppermint schnapps to what is it? Rumpelman?
I don't drink that shit.
Listen, hold on. No. Wait. This isn't for you.
Better not be.
This is for our days. Now, listen, if you're looking for a new way to fuck up your life, listen, you need a new way to fuck up your life. get yourself on some Rumple Mints. Is that what it's called? Rumple Mints. It tastes so good.
Listen, I'm trying to get off the. Well,
I would not give you the same strategy as I would give thems. I would give them a different strategy to the power of the next level than I would give you.
Well, I have no comment. No comment.
Isabel, I really listen. You've done what we call showing, not telling. In the same way that when Jenny called up earlier, she showed us, the power of the program, the power of misery. Real quick affirmation for women: if you're looking for a new way to fuck up your life, consider TikTok shops. Great products at a great price point. Now,
stop buying shit online, first of all. That's what they want you to do. They want you to work, grind. Who has time to shop at the fucking store? Buy it off Amazon. Buy it off the TikTok shop. Shut up. No, I'm walking the fucking bodega. What else you got?
They're not exactly trying to help you out there. Well, listen, Isabel, what I'm trying to say to you right now is that much like Sister Jenny called and has really demonstrated the power of the program through just sort of kind of showing us what misery looks like, showing us what conflict looks like. And you have done the same thing in a different route, right? I asked you about your happy family. You kind of left a crater in the earth with your like piece of shit dad and your weird annoying mom who doesn't give a shit about you either. And the fact that you got a kid yourself.
My mom is obsessed with me, and it's annoying as fuck. I love her. She's amazing, but she's so obsessed with me. I'm like, stop. Like, I get it. You had me. I was born, okay? I just saw you yesterday. Like, leave me alone type shit.
Well, it sounds like this sort of resentment of your mom is worth picking at. Like, I don't know if we have enough time to do that right now, but let's just say, can we earmark this for next time? We're talking about happy families. We started talking. You said I don't have a family.
Yeah, it's okay.
I know
you're not a real therapist.
Huh?
It's okay. I know you're not a real therapist.
Yes, I am.
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this is the.
Hold on. Well, I don't want to talk.
Listen. I'm not just a therapist though, because the therapists they've got these really twisted, terrible ideas of happiness and progress and things like this. I would never do that to you. I would never empower you. I would never, I would never give you like calming techniques. I'm here to give you to the power of the next level.
I feel that.
Next level. Communal vision real quick
That's
from Nindy.
fair.
Leslie, go get your diplomas. Shut this naysayer up.
I thought you were unemployed, for sure. You give unemployed energy.
Are you kidding me? I have the most successful personal power program
You
in
give
the
like
country.
Dr. Phil vibes.
He is employed as hell. He's awesome.
Yeah, you're a real therapist.
He's awesome. He's not as good as me. But I won't, but he. I mean, he's almost there. He's almost there.
Okay, so I will say, like, my family is full.
You won't say anything
like,
because
I'm
you've been
not even
terminated.
kidding.
Namaste. Guys, that's going to do it for us tonight. Thanks so much for calling Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. This has been a beautiful exploration of happy families. Guys, remember, this is Growth to Nowhere Month. I'm just dropping that t-shirt link in the chat right now. Beautiful stuff. If you want to pre-order it this month, order all month. Pre-orders get a free month of Community of Devoted Light. Tremendous deal. Also, guys, we're not going to be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow's not a stream night because I need to prepare for possibly something historic is going to happen on Tuesday. On Tuesday at 9 a.m., and Lord knows I'll remind you, Tuesday at 9 a.m., we will begin the Power of Silence subathon. I will not say a damn thing. I will be in your hands. This will be a time of celebration, but a time of commitment, a time of meditation, a time of growth to nowhere for no reason. We will pledge ourselves through my silence beginning Tuesday at 9 a.m. Namaste, everybody. Stick around. Of course, I will not say a word, and I will let you know before we get started. It's going to be a complete fucking waste of time, and as it should be. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much to every single one of you who are being here. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much to my YouTubers. Thank you so much to my moderation team for holding it down. Thank you so much to my community of devoted light, the names of which you see on the screen right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get a nice little raid together, though, okay? We'll be back. We'll be back Tuesday with history. This is going to be important. No one's ever done what I'm about to do. No one's ever done it, and it's going to change lives. It's going to change each and every single one of your lives, okay? I'm telling you, be there at 9 a.m. if you can. Even just on your phone at work. Be there. Let's see who's on right now. Who are we raiding? Who are we raiding? Communal Vision, real quick, from Nindy New. Can you tell us what you're going to discuss on Tuesday? Brother, power of silence. I'm not discussing a damn thing. There's going to be plenty of very regimented activities in a schedule, though. If you're coming for an actual discussion, I got bad news for you. It's going to be way worse than that. It's going to be a complete goddamn stupid waste of your fucking time. Nothing will be produced. Nothing will be gained. Nothing will be progressed. That I can guarantee you. That I guarantee you, and I lay my life down for you. I'll do the full 24 hours, and you'll see. You'll see I'm not messing around. Who are we raiding? Let's raid. Who's up? Who we raiding, huh? Oh, Queen Goldie's on. Haven't raided her in a while. Oh, Vectroid. Let's do Vectroid. Vectroid's on. I want to do Vectroid. I appreciate your suggestions, and I'll take them one of these days. But we are going to raid Vectroid live. Now, this is... she's a historic figure. And also, really, genuinely, her whole setup and all her shit is so cool. So let's go say what's up. Let's go drop some namastes to Vectroid Live. Guys, again, we'll be back Tuesday at 9 a.m. with history. Okay? Join me Tuesday at 9 a.m. for something that's going to change your life with how fucking directionless and pointless and repetitive and redundant it will be. Namaste to you. Has follower-only channel. Oh, whatever. You're going to see. If you don't know about Vectroid Live, you're about to find out. Because those of you that don't know should find out. If you're here and you enjoy this, I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy Vectroid Live. That's what I'm saying. Namaste. Beautiful. All right, guys. You're not ready for Tuesday, but join me. It's going to be amazing. Follow the Discord and the Twitter and whatnot for updates. Other than that, I'll see you Tuesday. I'll be on all damn day. Namaste to you guys. I'll see you all very soon. Blessings.